Good morning, it's 7 a.m. and we are all packed ready to go. I think that's a request in the beginning of the trip. We're leaving San Diego in California today and we're crossing the border to enter Mexico. And I'm very excited about that, but also a little bit stressed about the border crossing. That's the first time we're gonna cross the border with the motorcycles in a country where we need to do a temporary import permit. So I just hope that everything will be smooth. We're entering through Tecate and not Tijuana because apparently it's a bit more chill in Tecate. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, just before we hit the road, let me sum up a little bit the last few days for you guys. In the last video, we got married in Las Vegas. If you haven't seen it yet, I've put a link right here. It's probably my favorite video out of all the ones I've made so far. Anyway, after leaving Las Vegas, we felt relieved and happy to return to the desert. We crossed Death Valley, and it truly amazed us. I didn't know what to expect. I thought it would be just a vast, dry desert valley. But instead, we rode through colorful mountains and ever-changing landscapes. We camped out in the desert and then continued our journey towards San Diego, where we spent a week pet sitting. And here we are, ready to leave the country and continue our journey toward the far south of the continent. You excited to go to Mexico? Mexico. We're just leaving Tecate, the border town now, to go on the coast, find somewhere to camp. It didn't go as smooth as I was hoping. We do have some paperwork problems because I am the owner of both bikes and I cannot have a temporary import permit for two vehicles under my name. So we need to change the ownership of the second bike from me to Quinten to apply for this temporary import permit. So we have it for just one bike. The good thing is in old Baja California, where we are now, we don't need the temporary import permits. So we can do that later in La Paz. And for the moment we're good, we have the insurances, so yeah. It was a bit of a bummer, but at least we can move and we're in Mexico. And my Spanish is broken. I studied Spanish at school, but years ago, maybe like 15 years ago. Oh, this is a lot of brain effort, and Quinten doesn't speak Spanish yet. So yeah, like taking care of all the paperwork in Spanish by myself was brain work. But everyone was very nice and very patient, so that's cool. And now I just want to go in the beach and camp somewhere nice. But it's so cool to be in Mexico. The last 5 years I've traveled in New Zealand, Australia, Canada and the USA, so only English-speaking countries with like quite similar culture. And yeah, I'm excited to struggle a little bit more.
platicarlo de manera diferente. Lo que digo es lo que siento con respeto pa' mi gente. En la vida nada es fácil, hay que saber tener la mente. Respeto al que me respeta, no soy de andar de corriente. Conóceme bien y verás quién soy. Tuve que probar mi fe, ya que robada esta fue. Ojalá y no se te olvide que el sendero que recorro es pasajero. El camino abierto está y no me gusta hablar de más. El que es agradecido es bendecido de más. Y de esta vida lo vivido nadie me lo va a quitar.
La felicidad como una luz fugaz.
Good morning. First morning in Mexico. It's so nice to wake up here with the sound of the waves in the sun. I really missed camping. It was too cold the last few weeks to camp where we were in Arizona, in California, and that is so nice to wake up in our tents in a place like that. Yeah, we're not equipped to camp when it's way below freezing temperatures. So yesterday was fresh, but it wasn't too bad. I slept with my fleece and a down jacket and my beanie, and I was fine like that. But yeah. We woke up this morning, both of us doing some Duolingo. I think we're both very motivated to learn and progress quickly in Spanish. I think my goal is to have a normal conversation in a few weeks, maybe Quinten in a few months, as I learned Spanish before and he never learned Spanish. So yeah, and today, chill day, we won't do much. I think yesterday was quite tiring with all the roads, the border crossing, dealing with all the paperwork in Spanish. That was quite a lot for me to do everything in Spanish at the border. And we haven't solved our paperwork problem yet. But this is not a problem for today. Today we just rest a little bit, enjoy the place, maybe do a little bit of yoga. My back is actually stuck. There's a whole range of moves that I cannot do from riding, so yeah, I need to stretch a little bit my back and shoulders, I think. But that will be it. Maybe we're gonna plan the next few days, weeks in Baja California, but otherwise we're just gonna enjoy that place.
Un instante que se va, que se va. Trato siempre de pensar en el ahora, quiero estar. La vida es lo que
It felt very good today to take such a chill day. I feel like I really needed it. I feel like my body was tired. I don't know how we do that, but even though we really want to be slow, I feel like we're always running. We always have something to do, somewhere to go, a commitment or something, and I felt a little bit tired the last few weeks. So yeah, I feel like a day like that was actually necessary. And I also feel like being in Mexico, that will be a bit chiller because we have 6 months visa in Mexico, and the season will be a bit easier on us. So yeah, I really feel like we can be slow again because we are on a very long journey, and if we keep running and if we have a rhythm which is too high, we're gonna finish exhausted and completely disgusted from this journey, and I don't want to burn out. I don't want to burn out from traveling and from this lifestyle and from making the videos. So yeah, we need to find the soft spots, the one where we can do everything we want without being too exhausted all the time. But on the other hand, we completely ran out of food. We didn't plan to stay here for an extra day yesterday when we shopped, so today I didn't really eat. Quinten went in town to buy some fries, but I didn't want to pack all the camp, and so I didn't go with him. So, and tonight we have like half a portion of pasta to share, but yeah, we're gonna have to go back in civilization tomorrow. But that still feels good. I mean, there's worse place to chill now. How the sunset is so cool. It's very early though, like it's not even 4:30 and the sun is already setting. Oh well. I just spotted dolphin, a group of 4, like swimming just in front of us. I don't have the good lens to film them, but it's so cool. They were very close. I'm gonna try to change lens, but I think they will be too far. I'm gonna try. Well, the dolphin on camera didn't happen, so you just have a zoomed shot of the waves. But I promise that was very cool. With the sunset and the light, it was magical, seriously. So cool to be here. I'm so happy. Good morning. We're waking up in the fog this morning. It's kind of magical. And first thing, when I opened the tents, the first thing I've seen this morning was a group of dolphins again, and also big groups of pelicans fishing. It's very nice, but it's time to pack everything up and to go back in civilization to buy a little bit of food, because we'll really have nothing left. So yeah, time to go.
Cada día doy las gracias a esta vida. Cada día me nace nueva melodía. Yo sabía que algún día llegaría. cada día. Le doy las gracias a esta vida. Cada día.
Well, it's so nice to feel so warm while riding. And I'm really enjoying it.
Yo sabía.
We just arrived at the military checkpoints. I hope they won't make us open everything. Past our first military checkpoint, and everything went smoothly. They just asked us any question, asked what I had in one of my bags, where we were going. All about it. We didn't have to empty all the bags, which is a good news because that would have been a lot of work.
Para quererte, la suerte de poder tenerte aquí. Para quererte, he hecho yo para merecerte. Para quererte, tengo tantas razones. Para quererte, cariño, tantas razones. Para quererte, tengo tantas razones. Para quererte, cariño, tantas razones.
Okay, we have food. We even have Belgian beers. It's absolutely not local, but it's very nice to find. And we have a house because we need to sort out all the paperwork, try to find a way to import the second bike into Mexico mainland and work a little bit. So that's the plan for the next few days. And next week we're going on the other side of Baja California, on the other coast. So talk to you next week. Thank you for watching this video. Cheers.
Para quererte, para quererte.